Welcome to Dolly Talk. This is Dolly. What is going on? Let's see. How is everybody doing? Scott. Oh, Scott became a member. Thank you. Yun was here earlier. Citrus Trail. Brad. Bye, Franz is here. Holy crap, on time. I'm always on time, maybe by like 1 minute. Hello, Christine, how are you doing? And Mavka is here. Salvador Madali. Hey, Factual Eye, how are you doing today? All right, so oh, Yun is back. Always good to see you. Oh, happy birthday on Friday, Christine. That's awesome. So we are going to be looking at Judge Simpson today, a very irritable but interesting judge who is very entertaining. So why don't we do that? I found the feed from today. He normally removes them after a day or two, so it's kind of good to get them while they're up. Let's see. And I'm still going to be doing the and I'm still going to be doing the Judge Fleischer morning streams. Those are a lot of fun. A lot of new faces in there, and it's nice to be able to save them if I ever want to get back and like clip them up or whatever. So that was my original goal for doing them. Let's see, what the hell am I doing? So, yeah. All right, so I guess this is the defense table. We have the girl who in any 80 on the left in any 80s movie would instantly become hot once she removed her glasses. I have no idea what the hell is going on with that guy's hair on the right. That is perplexing, but okay. Let's see. And then apparently we have at the prosecutor's table, we have her sister, apparently, from the girl on the left. Oh, this is, okay. Whoa. And that was the court reporter's cleavage. All right. And apparently, we just have my cat lurking right now. Hi, Babu. Yeah, he's not happy with me. All right.
Is he here?
That's right. I say how nice. All right.
And the judge is late. Okay. Not going to make any jokes about that.
Fourteen A District Court for County of Washtenaw, State of
Whoa!
Michigan. All those having business.
What the fuck is that? I know, Babu. I'm scared too. It's okay. Yeah, that is concerning. Okay. Humpty Dumpty apparently became a lawyer. Who knew? All right. Yeah, I know I'm scared too, Babu. It's okay.
Court to Amir, the Honorable Judge J. Cedric Simpson presides.
You may be seated.
I'd be laughing too if I saw his head.
Yes. Court does call the case of the People versus J. Don Marita.
I mean, can't all help our weight, but we can't help the
Robert J. Cole on
angles.
behalf of Mr. Marita. Mr. Jaden.
Like, this guy needs to, like, hit up a, well, I would say like a 14-year-old girl on MySpace to get the right angles down, but probably stay away from minors.
Would you station, please?
Jada Meredith.
Judge says time and date for sentencing this matter. He and I have gone over the pre-sentence report, which calls for 90 days credit served, time served. We would ask you to follow the
I
recommendation.
guess the driver's side is a little bit lower than the passenger side. That might be why.
All right. Sir, is there anything you'd like to tell the court before I impose sentence?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Sentence of the court, $125 statutory fees, 90 days in jail, credit 90 served.
And you have to be this man's personal chef for 90 days. May God have mercy on your soul.
You're all set. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Court calls the case of the People versus Ricky Heft.
Ready,
Heft?
Your Honor.
Ricky Heft.
Morning, Your Honor. Jeff on behalf of Ricky Heft, who's approaching. Mr. Heft, can you state your name for the record?
Yep, Ricky Heft.
Thank you.
This
New Year,
guy
Your
must
Honor.
be this guy's
Happy New
client.
Year to you too, sir.
Today's the date and time set for sentencing. We have went over the pre-sentence report. So whenever you're ready.
Yes, I'm ready. I'm always ready.
No, nothing to add or change in the narrative with regard to the recommendation. I've known Ricky for a long time. He and I actually worked together for about 13 years at NSK Corporation. He was
Hey,
by
Alan.
far one of the hardest workers in the plant, always been a reliable guy. I believe this was out of character that day. If you recall, the PBT was a 0.08 and the blood was actually a 0.03. It was mixed with some medication and it kind of got away from him that day. So the only thing I would request is the amount of probation be reduced to maybe a year rather than 18 months. And that's all I have, Your Honor.
Sir, is there anything you'd like to say?
I take full responsibility for my actions that day, and I'm willing to do anything the court asks me to do.
The court does acknowledge this is not a serious misdemeanor as defined by statute. However, it does believe there are reasonable grounds to depart from the presumption of a non-probationary sentence. Particularly, the alcohol screening and assessment identifies the benefit of IOP treatment, attendance at AA meetings, and monitored abstinence from all intoxicants. Therefore, the court will follow the recommendation of probation for a probationary sentence with the stated rehabilitative goals to promote change, prevent recidivism, and to monitor compliance of recommended treatment. It's therefore the sentence of the court that I'm going to place you on 18 months probation. He certainly can apply for release or reduction in that probationary
Still
term
08 here.
once 50% is completed, Mr. Hall.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to leave it at the 18 months. You're to pay $855 fines and cost, $100 prosecution recovery cost, $100 police agency recovery cost, $540 probation oversight fees. When can you pay that?
Your Honor, would it be possible to pay that over 12 months,
Oh, boy.
full installments?
Does he have anything today?
I do have some today, yep.
You could probably pay $500 today, Your Honor.
So hold on. I asked him. Hall then says he has 100. I think he's got more. I think Hall is just trying
I know you're gonna.
I just
I know
think
you're
Hall
gonna
is
pick
trying to give me 500. So that was kind of sneaky what they were doing
I just didn't want you to pick him up by his feet and shake him.
there. Well, Alan's not doing it. So,
I did that
sir,
a
how
lot in
much
high
can you
school.
pay today? I don't want Hall's answer. I want yours.
I could pay 800, at the $855.
See, I knew it.
$855.43.
I knew it. I knew it. I know. I know what you were doing. I used to be in private practice. I'm going to take the 855. I don't care if Hall gets me. All right.
I used to be in private practice. I'm taking the 855.
today.
Oh, he has a sense of humor. that's the thing with like when I'm quitting drinking. So like right now I'm only drinking like 2 Bud Light, but at my height I was drinking like half a bottle of vodka a night without getting buzzed. So 0.08, like I wouldn't even come close to feeling. So everybody's a little different. Yeah, this is Babu, and he's helping sometimes.
And then the balance of that you can pay off as directed by probation for the payment plan. All right, sir. Okay.
Hope that wasn't the case.
I worry, Ann. Nobody else in the courtroom seemed to care. Alan didn't move. All right. There is to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to weekly random testing until proof of treatment, enrollment, and attendance is provided to probation. Then testing as directed by probation.
Am I not
Understand
petting
that,
you
sir?
enough?
Yes, sir.
You're to complete an intensive outpatient program, including all recommended aftercare with status reports to probation. You're to attend 3 AA meetings per week with monthly verification to probation. You are to provide proof of the victim's impact panel attendance to probation. I'll order 93 days. That is suspended.
Oh,
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honor.
you. Oh, it's gonna take the 355. Court does call the case, People versus Jamie Campbell.
Good morning, Your Honor. William Amadeo, P7619, for on behalf of Ms. Campbell. We both appear via Zoom and consent to such. Thank you. Jamie, please state your name for Your Honor.
Jamie Campbell.
Thank you.
Your Honor, no additions, deletions, or corrections on this matter. I'll just allocute briefly and say I provided a sentencing memo. She went to Von Schwartz. She also went to Matt Statman. She's completed the victim impact panel. I did put her on my pro bono docket. She's a single mother living paycheck to paycheck. I do think she'll benefit under Agent Polera's care. The only request I make is could you give her any leniency on her fines and cost? I know some are state mandatory. Whatever you can do, she's going to try to pay everything today, Judge, but it has been a financial hardship. Other than that, I ask you to follow the recommendation. Thank you.
Campbell, anything you wish to say to the court before I impose sentence?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Just look at one thing here. Court does acknowledge this is not a serious misdemeanor as defined by statute. However, believes there are reasonable grounds to depart from the presumption of a non-probationary sentence. The alcohol screening and assessment identifies the benefit of outpatient counseling, attendance at AA meetings, and abstinence from all intoxicants. Therefore, the court will follow the recommendation of probation for a probationary sentence with stated rehabilitative goals to promote change, prevent recidivism, and to monitor compliance with recommended treatment. It is the sentence of the court that I am going to place you on 12 months probation. I'm going to order $655 fines and court cost, $100 prosecution recovery cost, $100 police agency recovery cost, and $360
Oh,
probation
sir.
oversight fees.
good Lord.
When can you get that paid?
Good Lord. You're making me sick here.
Judge, she could pay $1,000 today, and whatever the
$1,000?
balance is there.
Is it really
She'll pay
1,000?
$1,000 a day, Your Honor.
Let's see. Hang on one second. Give me that total. It was 655 plus.
Great. It's going to be
Well, give me
1350 if you ask her.
855 plus 360 is what? 360.
12:15.
1215.
Yes.
Okay, let's do it this way. Ma'am, is there any way that you can pay $1,015?
Yeah, I
You
can
can
do
get that?
sir.
Okay, let's do this then. Taking all of the circumstances into account, I'm going to make her fines it costs $455. The $100, then the $100 and the $360. That should bring me to $1,015. That brings it 1,015, and she's going to pay that today. There's to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You are to complete the CCOP program or comparable program. You are to attend one AA meeting per week with monthly verification to probation. You're to provide proof of the victim's impact panel attendance to probation that
I'll
has
be your
been
sponsor.
completed. I will continue to sober link for an additional 30 days in lieu of 4 days in jail. I'll order 93 days in jail. Credit 1, the balance is suspended.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Court does call the case People versus Layman Armstrong.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Armstrong, who should be present via Zoom. Sir, can you please unmute, turn on your camera, and state your full
And
name
turn
for
on the
court?
lights, sir.
Layman Deshaun Armstrong.
Thank you. All right. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Today is the date and time set for
Yeah,
sentencing.
camera's
I
nice,
have had
but we
the
need
opportunity to review the
light.
assessment and then as well as the
And
sentencing
let there be
recommendation
light.
with Mr. Armstrong. We are asking the court to adopt probation's
that would work.
recommendation. The only request we are making is that the court allow Mr. Armstrong to be placed on a payment plan as arranged by
I can see you.
probation for the fines and costs. As Your Honor is aware, he did serve some time on this case for a bond violation, and during his time in custody, he did lose his employment. He has been actively seeking work, however, he has not yet secured it. So we are asking for the court to consider allowing him to be on a payment plan. Otherwise, we ask the court to adopt
that'd be just
probation's
fine.
recommendation.
Does he have anything today?
He does not, Your Honor.
Apparently can't even pay his electric bill.
Sir, is there anything you want to say before I impose sentence?
Yes, sir. I also asked that I can get a fine reduction, and also my license, because it's hard for me to work if my license is suspended. So I'm asking if you could do something about that.
Well, with reference to the license, you'll have to deal with the Secretary of State regarding that, and potentially, I don't know if he'd be eligible for some type of hardship appeal through circuit court, but I can't do anything about that.
Okay.
Can't or won't.
Court does acknowledge this is not a serious misdemeanor as defined by statute. However, it does believe there are reasonable grounds to depart from the presumption of a non-probationary sentence. The alcohol screening and assessment identifies the benefit of ongoing attendance of 12-step meetings and abstinence from all intoxicants. Therefore, the court will follow the recommendation of probation for a probationary sentence with the stated rehabilitative goals to promote change, prevent recidivism, and to monitor compliance with recommended treatment. It is therefore the sentence of the court. You are placed on probation for a period of 18 months. You're to pay $1,055 fines and court costs, $100 prosecution recovery costs, $100 police agency recovery costs, $540 probation oversight fees. That is to be paid on a payment plan as arranged by probation.
Okay.
There is to be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as requested by probation. You are to complete the CCOP program or a comparable program. You're to attend 2 AA meetings per week with monthly verification to probation. You're to provide proof of victim's impact panel attendance to probation. The scram tether will continue until proof of treatment is provided to probation. I will discontinue the GPS tether. I'll order 180 days in jail. Credit 75. The balance is suspended. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a good day.
Thank you, Mr. Armstrong.
All right, you too.
Court calls the case of the People versus Jamisha Griggs.
Good morning. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Miss Griggs, who should be out of the honor.
Apparently not.
She's here.
Oh, okay.
Hi, can you guys see me?
Yeah, we can see you. We can hear you now.
Okay,
All right.
sorry about that.
State your name.
Yes, Jamisha Griggs.
Not touching that.
All right, very good.
For sentencing, we did review the recommendation. We asked that you adopt it.
All right. Ms. Griggs, is there anything you want to tell the court before I impose sentence?
No, the only thing I would like to say is I just got my job for a behavior technician, and my orientation starts January 20th at 9 o'clock. So that's when my money is going to start coming. My job been started, but with autistic backgrounds of that, the insurance for my client that's supposed to take care of the mom is going through the back scenery of that. That's what's taking so long for me to start because we're waiting on the insurance of the job. But I have it. Orientation is the 20th, so that's when my money will start rolling in.
So you're trying to tell me you don't have anything to pay today?
Not today. I did pay the screening, if I'm saying that correctly. I did do that with the money order. Yeah, I did that last week.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
The court does acknowledge this is not a serious misdemeanor as defined by statute. However, it does believe there are reasonable grounds to depart from the presumption of a non-probationary sentence. The alcohol screening and assessment identifies the benefit of intensive outpatient treatment, attendance at AA meeting, and monitored abstinence of all intoxicants, or from all intoxicants.
AA meeting?
Probation, therefore, the court will follow the recommendation of probation for a probationary sentence with the stated rehabilitative goals to promote change, prevent recidivism, and to monitor compliance of recommended treatment. It is therefore the sentence of the court I would place you on 24 months probation. You're to pay $1,000 fines and court costs, $100 prosecution recovery costs, $100 police agency recovery costs, $720 probation oversight fees. That is to be paid on a payment plan as arranged by probation. There should be no use of alcohol, recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to testing as requested by probation. You're to complete an IOP program, including all recommended aftercare with status reports to probation. You're to attend 2 AA meetings per week with monthly verification to probation. You're to provide proof of the victim's impact panel attendance to probation. I'll continue to sober link for an additional 30 days in lieu of 3 days in jail. I'll order 365 days in jail credit to the balance is suspended.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Court calls the case. People versus, is it Najeda Poindexter?
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender.
Poindexter?
Poindexter. Poindexter, please unmute and state your name for the record.
Poindexter. Okay, that's a real last name, apparently.
Need to unmute.
Apparently she's not a Poindexter. Come on. Come on. Even Sean can do it.
What?
No, not the mute button, not the...
You know, parenting, it's a good thing that I'm patient. She's gone now.
Okay.
Something
Well.
I said.
I'm back in. All tutoring time.
I'll pass them at her. Okay?
Thank you.
Leave it to parenting. Court does call the case. People versus, is it Mateus? Is it Wojciechowicz?
Good morning. This is Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Mr. Wachowicz, who I hope is on video.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. All right.
Good morning. State your name.
Mateusz Wojtowicz.
You said Wachowicz, really?
How did you say it?
I ain't gonna repeat it. I did it perfect the first
Wait,
time.
you
Leave me alone.
Wait,
All right.
Right.
I did. I said it just like he did.
Do we need
All
to get
right.
Nick in here?
Go ahead.
Your Honor, today's the date and time set for sentencing. I did review the pre-sentence report. I don't believe there are any material changes, additions, or deletions. We do ask that you adopt probation's recommendation.
All right. Sir, is there anything you'd like to tell the court before I do impose sentence?
If it's possible, if I could have, the only thing it would be if I could
I
have.
just
like
ask you
6
don't
to-
take Greenland.
6 months to a year to pay off, if that's possible.
Okay. Do you have any? You have
Do
something
with
that
that,
you can
we'll
pay
take
today?
Greenland.
I have no excuse besides for I had all the money to pay it off, but I had a family emergency, unfortunately. But I would be able to pay probably by next week.
let's do it. Okay, I got you.
A little bit. I mean, yeah.
So sentence of the court, I'll place you on 18 months probationary terms. You're to pay $655 fines and court costs, $540 probation oversight fees, $1,485 restitution to Catherine Jaco payable through the court. Now, you're gonna get that restitution paid off, which is really primary here. So you said you'll have something next week. How much can you pay out toward the restitution next week?
Probably around like $200-300. That's
all right. I'm going to indicate I want $300 by the 24th.
The 24th. Okay.
Your Honor, my client
Priorities.
does live in Chicago, so out of town. Can he pay that by money order?
Money order?
Why, he doesn't like coming here?
I don't think he'd like to, just to drop off some money, but I'm sure he could make it work if the court.
We will accept money orders on this.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. So you pay the $300. That's to go to restitution. And then everything is to be paid in the payment plan as arranged by probation. But I want that first payment in.
Okay, I understand. Thank you.
There's to be no use of alcohol,
No
recreational marijuana, or any illegal substance. You'll be subject to random testing as directed by probation. You are to complete positive strategies for life program or a comparable program within the next 90 days. You're to complete 50 hours of community service as directed by probation. You are to maintain employment with proof to probation. I'll order 365 days in jail that is suspended. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls case People versus Drew Ben Scooter.
Claire on behalf of probation. This is scheduled before the court for a review hearing on a prosecutor deferred sentence. You did complete all terms ordered by the court. Probation is recommending that the court dismiss the case pursuant to the prosecutor deferred and discharge probation.
So ordered. Court does call the case People versus Chantel Cocott.
Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Ms. Cocott, who's appearing.
Claire on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Ms. Cocott was scheduled before the court for a review hearing on a prosecutor deferred sentence. She did complete all terms ordered by the court. Probation is recommending that the court dismiss the case pursuant to the prosecutor.
Cold cut.
No objection.
So ordered. Court calls the case People versus Cassandra Blackburn Hosner.
Teresa Claire on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Ms. Blackburn was scheduled before the court for a final review hearing on a prosecutor deferred sentence. All terms ordered by the court for appearance attending. Probation is recommending that the court dismiss the case pursuant to the prosecutor deferred and discharge from probation.
Hearing no objection, so ordered.
Damn kids are always getting away with it.
Court calls the case People versus Samuel Dilworth.
On behalf of probation, Your Honor, Mr. Dilworth was scheduled before the court for a final prosecutor deferred sentence. He did complete all terms ordered by the court, and I waived his appearance from attending today. Probation is recommending that the court dismiss the case pursuant to the prosecutor deferred sentence and discharge from probation.
Hearing no objection, so ordered. Court recalls the case People versus Poindexter.
Good morning. This is Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Ms. Poindexter. Ms. Poindexter, please unmute and state your name. There should be a microphone with a line through it. Yep.
Get it.
Jada Poindexter. I'm sorry, I had to go through my settings and access the microphone.
Okay. It's okay. You're here. Okay, go ahead.
Your Honor, we're here for sentencing. We do ask that you adopt probation's recommendation. I will say on behalf of Ms. Poindexter, this case is a little bit old. It happened during a hard time in her life. She has since worked diligently on her sobriety, has been sober since around the time of this incident.
Hey, she has the
and
same walls as I
completely
do.
changed the circumstances of her life. I think
She is in bed.
Although won't be on probation here, if the court does adopt the recommendation, is still going to continue along that path.
Ms. Poindexter, anything you want to tell the court before I impose sentence?
Yeah, I do want to add to that. I have been changed my life around ever since, because I just got out of prison in July. So I really been sober for like 2 years. I was going through so much. I didn't even recognize like who I was. So I do want to, I did need the jail time that I did because I was doing too much in life, and I felt like that I needed to sit down, and I took that as like a big life lesson. And I just want to say that I am sober now, and I am very like getting way better with my life. And that's all I would like to say.
Okay. That's all that you'd like to say. That's a lot. All right. Well, I'm hoping that you'll continue on that same path and keep moving in a positive direction, right?
Get your batteries changed, man.
Send to the court, $125 statutory fee, 93 days in jail, credit 93 served. Good luck to you, Ms. Poindexter.
Thank you so much.
Here. Is that it for that block? So, all right, clerk stands in recess. All rise.
Yes, I added a T-bone emoji.
Oh, I guess I go.
Uh-oh. Something I say, Judge? Yes, you guys now can use a T-bone for your member perks. And if you're a member for, I believe, 6 months, you get the T-bone. And okay, that's it for this one. We got more for the same day. So
No, not in good. No.
Your Honor, given that Mr. Angelo was scheduled before the court for a violation of probation and he's not present, probation would ask for a bench warrant.
Defendant having failed to appear, bench warrant will issue. Bond will be set in the amount of $10,000. I'll give a 10% privilege on that warrant, because the previous warrants will issue immediately. Court does call the case People versus Mann Davis.
Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Davis, who stands to my right. Please state your name for the record, sir.
Hi, Judge.
You know,
I'm in handcuffs.
I know. Well, you got to say it. You're sulking. He usually comes out smiling, but
I come just to come and get on TV.
yeah, okay. Is that what it is?
Episode, we be on
Oh, boy.
Oh, my mama's so proud of me. You said I wouldn't make anything of
Thank
my
you, Your Honor.
life,
Today's the
mother.
date and time set for sentencing. I have had the opportunity to review the PSIR with Mr. Davis. We have no changes or corrections, and we would also ask the court to adopt probation's recommendation.
All right. I'm almost afraid to ask Mr. Davis anything you want to say before I impose sentence.
Yeah, man. So look, right.
Jesus.
You're all set. Okay.
Cedric Simpson.
Thank you, David, for that.
Sentence of the court, $125 statutory fees, 93 days in jail, credit 93 served. Is this the last case I have with you?
I think it is. Your Honor.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
I'll be back though.
I know. It's been a pleasure.
See you in a couple
All
months,
right,
man.
take care. Court calls the case People versus Antonio Kellogg.
This
Assistant Public Defender Advocate on behalf of Mr. Kellogg, I do not believe it's present, Your Honor. I do not have an explanation for his failure to appear, other than the number I had for him was unable to be connected with when I tried calling him a couple of times. I did send him. I do not have an explanation for his failure to appear.
And Teresa Claire on behalf of probation, Your Honor, given that this was scheduled for a violation of probation and he is not present, probation was requested.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear, bond 10,000. Give a 10% privilege on that. That warrant will issue immediately.
Thank you.
Court calls case
No,
People
no,
versus-
Mads. Were you here the other day? 2 days ago, we were watching Judge Simpson, and the prosecutor had a Mike Cox attorney general sign, and Judge Simpson asked him to take Mike Cox. He didn't want any political signs down. Mike Cox was Attorney General of Michigan, ended in 2011 or 2012. But Mike Cox is exploring a gubernatorial bid coming up in 26. So we might be hearing from him soon. Suffice it to say, it's only been 2 days. I'm typecasted on this channel.
Is Donald Foreman. Shook us so much.
Ruh-roh.
Hello, sir.
How you doing? Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Donald Foreman.
610. All right, you're here on a show cause you owe $610. What are you in custody on? You're not in custody on this, are you?
Let me see if I can get
got
the
caught
video
tomorrow.
for Mike Cox.
With who?
I believe it's you.
Pardon?
I believe, yeah.
Does he have a felony up tomorrow?
Yeah, get it up tomorrow.
What is it?
So.
All right. So let's do this until that can get resolved. This isn't going to get resolved. Let me adjourn this out.
that
Why don't you give me a
attitude, sir.
date? Why don't you give me a date, late February, or give me the March date? Just
March 12th.
March 12th. So I'm going to adjourn this out to March 12th, 2025, 9 a.m. All right. And then we'll deal with the other stuff. And then we'll get you back and figure out this.
All right.
Sound good? All right. Thank you. Court calls case People versus James McNeely.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Laura Perry on behalf of Mr. McNeely. I don't believe Mr. McNeely is here. I did not have contact with him.
And Teresa Claire on behalf of probation, Your Honor, given that this was scheduled for a violation of probation, Mr. McNeely is not present, probation was requested.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond is set in the amount of $15,000, 10% privilege. That warrant will issue immediately.
Hold on one sec, guys. Well, I found the story, or the thing. Excuse me. So this was me the other day. Trying to stream, trying to take things seriously. Cox for Attorney General.
Holding order. Is that what you said, sir?
Yeah, I provided the friend of the court with
I
all
got
the
$2.
information for the employer to contact the employer and set up the withholds, to provide them with the withholding order, but I don't know.
Okay, it's, if he did that, if that's correct, it's just gonna take some time for that to go through and click in.
Okay.
One sec.
March
Thank you,
7th,
March 7th, 9 o'clock?
2024. 9 a.m.
Your Honor, thank you very much.
Mr. Attorney General, I know it's not intentional on your part, but I don't allow, in your background, you probably didn't notice that I don't allow political signs in the background. So if you could just make sure to rectify that for me.
Yeah, you're talking about the sign with Mike Cox.
Well, thank you for advertising that too. Yes, that's on.
Sorry, Judge.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry, no problem, Judge. Appreciate that.
And that's when I learned Mike Cox was a real person in Michigan. I say, screw it. Don't run for governor. Run for president. I want to hear from Mike Cox on his platform to get America growing again. Make America hard again. Hey, Schnivels. How are you? He was not amused by Mike Cox, and I think that's a shame.
Court calls case People versus. They're there. Oh, Kyle Zimmerman.
Who names their kid Mike Cox, by the way? Like, they have a hard enough
Good morning,
time
this
with
is
the last name of
Lauren
Cox.
Kearney on behalf of Mr. Zimmerman. Your name, please.
Kyle Zimmerman.
Show cause.
Yes.
So you're here on some money that you owe on
Yeah,
Old
yeah.
Case. Do you know how long you're going to be in custody?
Hey, Lexi.
At least like 2 more weeks. I've been in jail since like November.
I'd ask that we just adjourn this out, Your Honor,
Okay.
until he's out of custody.
All right. I owe him. I have him owing
Thanks, Alan.
505.
Typically, the money that you owe is the money that you
Okay.
owe.
Yeah, he's not going to negotiate with you, buddy.
Let me put it.
March 12th.
All right. I'm going to adjourn this out a little bit because even if he gets out, then he's going to need some time to try to do whatever. So March 12th, 2025, 9 a.m.
Do you know, Your Honor, if it's restitution or just court costs?
I think it's. No, the restitution payment went out in 2016. So it looks like it's just court costs,
Okay.
fines and court costs.
Okay. That gives them more financial pay. The judge will review it.
All right. Thank you. Is that all? Oh. Okay. Court does call the case of the People versus Ellis Shropshire.
Shropshire.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Shropshire, who is approaching. Please state your name for the record, sir.
Ellie Shropshire.
Okay. All right.
Teresa Claire on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Shropshire is before the court for an adjourned BOP hearing. He was last before you in mid-December. At that time, Mr. Shropshire was working on getting back into compliance, and he has done that, Your Honor. He has provided.
What? He did?
He did. I think he really wants to stay out of jail.
Oh. Okay.
He's had no violations on his scram tether, and he's back engaged in treatment. Given all of that.
Well, when you're such a
Probation's
screw up, I
asking
guess
that Mr. Shropshire
you can only go
continue
up.
that scram tether for 60 days for his violations to date, that he continue probation, that he pay $150 by January 30th, then $150 per month, and that he remain compliant with all other previously ordered terms of this court.
We would ask the court to adopt that recommendation. Mr. Shropshire has been doing very well, and I do have every faith that he will continue to do well on probation.
I have no idea
What
what
made you straighten
pickleball
yourself
is.
out? I honestly did not know when we adjourned it out whether or not you were going to do it. You told me you would.
I wasn't lying though, man. See, I'm kind of procrastinating. I mean, I don't know how to describe it. Like, man,
All right.
I just procrastinate with things, but I'm on top of all stuff, man.
You going to stay on top of it?
Yes, sir.
Maybe his dad came back from getting
Yeah.
cigarettes and
I
finally
got
gave him an
another
ass
appointment
whooping.
today at 2 p.m. for outpatient.
Where?
For outpatient therapy.
Outpatient therapy? All right. So that's working for you, you think?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Real good. I'll continue to scram tether for a period of 60 days for this violation.
Judge had the
to
same
date.
sound of
I'll
disbelief
continue
when
his
somebody tells me
probation.
therapy works for
You're to
them.
pay $150. You're to do that by January 30th, 2025. You gonna be able to get that in?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then $150 per month until everything is paid in full and you remain compliant with all previously ordered terms. All right. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck. Court calls the cases of the people versus Ernest Anderson.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Anderson, who is approaching the podium. Please state your name, sir.
Ernest
Excuse me.
Anderson. Thank you, sir. All right, where are we? Are these motion?
To my understanding, Your Honor, yes, they're listed on the docket as review and show cause, but they're on the two cases that I believe it just fines and costs still owing. I did discuss this with Mr. Anderson. He states he made $100 payment on each case this morning and is asking for some more, yes, and is asking for some more time to pay the balance.
Okay, well, let me, oh, I see, because that's right. You got his $100.
Yes.
So, got it. All right, so how are you gonna try to get this paid?
Slowly but surely, sir. I don't.
Well, we already got.
I don't want to dig it too deep, but I'm thinking, $200 to $400 a month I can do.
David, are you still here?
All right. So you think? So
I'm thinking more towards the 4.
Are you gonna be able to do that?
Yeah.
Are you gonna be back here?
No, I don't. I like seeing
talk
you,
with Mr. Allen, and
but I don't like coming to court.
You don't?
No.
That hurts my feelings.
Why? If I'm not, somebody here to take my place.
Somebody will take my place.
Okay, let's do this then. If you can pay more, pay more. But, are you working now?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
Okay. So if I said.
Catalytic converter market's really gangbusters right now.
Bless you.
Oh, God.
Are you done? I'm done. Okay, bless you.
Oh, God. Kranik is in the chat.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
All right.
I'm getting flashbacks to
If
the
I
Sarah
said
Boone trial.
$200 per month on each case, that's going to work for you or
Yes.
no? You think it'll work?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to put $200 per month, and we're going to begin that when?
Next month.
In February.
Yes, sir.
All right. So I'm going to say February 15th.
That'll
or
work.
Well, we'll have to do 14th. So Valentine's Day. So if somebody says they love you and you haven't paid me.
A good reminder.
Beginning February 14th, 2025. All right, sir.
All righty. Thank you.
You take care.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
This is DeAndre Bonner.
He goes a lot faster than Fleischer, I'll say that.
Public Defender Natalie Pate on behalf of Mr. Potter, who may be on the Zoom. So, Your Honor, I do not have an explanation for his failure to appear. I do understand that this review is set for fines and costs still owing. The phone number I have for him was disconnected. I did email, but did not hear back. For the record, I asked for information.
Well, bench warrant will issue, bond will be set in the amount of $15,000.
Damn.
Give a 10% privilege, warrant will issue immediately.
Wow.
Court calls case of the people versus Amaria Hickson.
10%, that's
Good morning,
1,500
this is
gone,
Court Defender
just because you
Warren
played
on
games.
behalf of Ms. Hickson. Your Honor, I have not had contact with Ms. Hickson. I don't know if she's on the Zoom. I don't have an explanation for her failure.
On the Zoom. Just like the internet or the Facebook.
The verb.
Yes. She's not on. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. This was because
just say she.
Bond will be set in the amount of $5,000. I'll give a 10% privilege on it. Warrant will issue immediately. Court calls case People versus Lolita Jones.
Good morning. This is Lieutenant Lauren Perry on behalf of Ms. Jones. Ms. Jones is on the Zoom. Please state your name, Ms. Jones.
Lolita Jones.
Thank you, ma'am. All right.
Teresa Claire on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Ms. Jones, for the court for a review hearing on a prosecutor's deferred sentence. Ms. Jones has completed all terms accepting. She has $60 balance. She indicated to me that that would be paid by today. I still see that the balance is owing. That is the only thing that is needed to be completed. Ms. Jones, when are you going to get that paid?
I can have it paid by the second week of February. I've been laid off of Ford since December the 20th, and I wasn't expecting to be laid off a month. I just thought it was 2 weeks, but they pushed it out till we go back January the 21st. So if I can't get the second or first week in February, that'll be great, Your Honor.
Your Honor, given that, probation is asking to extend the prosecutor deferred for 1 month, that she pay that balance by the third week, as she had indicated, setting a review hearing on February 26th.
When does her prosecutor time period, when does that end?
She was on for 6 months, Your Honor. So her end, oh, I'm sorry, we extended before.
We did.
Yeah, so it should be, she's been on for 10 months.
And that was in September. We did 4,
Yeah.
which puts us out here.
Yeah, so altogether it's 10 months now.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to extend it for prosecutors deferred for 2 months. Okay. And then I'm going to order that you're to pay the $260 balance on or before February 28th, 2025. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
And then upon proof of the payment, item 1, I'll dismiss this case pursuant to prosecutor deferred and discharge from probation with improvement.
And can we set a review for March 12th?
Fine.
At 9 a.m.
Yes. Really? Review will be set March 12th, 2025, 9 a.m. All right. All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Everybody wants to tell me how to do something. Court calls the case, People versus Michael Cott.
Mike?
On behalf of Mr. Kyle, Your Honor, Mr. Kyle is in custody here at the Washtenaw County Jail.
Oh. Why? Why is that?
And he's being held on a pending felony.
Oh, jeez.
Oh. Got it. So why don't I just adjourn this? This is a show cause anyway, so I'll adjourn this out to March 12th, was it?
Yeah.
2025. Yes, I know. It's all at 9. You and Teresa. I know. They just, I don't know what they did. Thank you.
Judge isn't an early riser.
You're welcome.
All right. Court calls the case. People versus, is it Sine Miller?
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Miller. Or I have not had contact with Mr. Miller. Well, I don't have an explanation.
Narc.
And on behalf of probation, Your Honor, Ms. Miller was scheduled for a review hearing on a prosecutor deferred. We have extended this prosecutor deferred 3 times prior. She's failed to pay. She also has failed to report since she was last before the court. Given that she's not here today, probation is not seeing her.
Bench warrant will issue for defendants here to appear.
Warrants are fun.
Very.
Everyone's laughing.
Hey, Pearl. Good to see you again.
We'll be set. in the amount of $7,500. I'll give a 10% privilege. That warrant will issue immediately.
I don't think issuing warrants is that funny, buddy, but okay. Teach their own.
Court calls the case People versus Keymon Williams.
Come on down.
On behalf of Mr. Williams, he appears to wait.
Please clear on behalf of probation, Your Honor, Mr. Williams was scheduled before the court hearing on a prosecutor deferred sentence. He did complete all terms ordered by the court. Probation's recommending that the court dismiss the case pursuant to the prosecutor's order and discharge from probation.
No objection.
So ordered. They can remain seated. Court is standing in recess. Young lady, did you have something? Or?
It's Israel.
This is my intern, Your Honor. Or this is Tess.
You weren't going to introduce her?
I was.
You were just, why?
Uh-oh. Judge is trying to hit on somebody, so it goes to private. Okay. Let's hope he comes back soon. Oof. Wait. Somebody shows up on Zoom. Maybe it's that girl's brother. He's just mean dogging the camera. Still private. Private. It's always fun. This is fun. See who shows up. Oh boy. Jermaine is back. Now he's gone. Now he's back. Judge is doing God knows what. There he is.
District Court for County of Washtenaw, State of Michigan.
Court does call the case of People versus Diamond Edmonds.
Ronnie's here. Good to see you. Yeah.
I know. He's not here.
Your Honor, for the record, I request.
He's a show cause. What do you have? Got it. Bench warrant will issue in both of these matters.
Did you call Anthony King?
Bond in each case will be set in the amount of $5,000. I'll get a 10% privilege. Those warrants will issue immediately because of these warrants.
Whoa.
Court does call the case People versus Cedric Edwards.
That guy's eye is kind of
On
like.
behalf of Mr. Edwards, who should be present.
Oh, jeez.
Mr. Edwards, can you state your name, please?
Is the COVID in the room with us right now?
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I was able to talk to Mr. Edwards and discuss this matter. We do understand there is a decent balance. It looks like $2,795. Mr. Edwards has been dealing with some health issues. It's my understanding. Long story short, this doesn't have to take today to my understanding of that, it takes more time in order to get health issues under control and then take payments.
All right. Well, given that, what I'll do is I'll adjourn this to March 12th.
Thank you.
It's a good name for a cat.
2025 at 9 a.m.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
I'm
Now I feel like a
told.
dick. We get it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edwards.
Thank you.
Court does call the case.
Hey,
Case of
Justin.
People versus Eric L.Z. Williams.
Morning, this is public under attorney on behalf of Mr. L.Z. Williams. Your Honor, this court did order Mr. Williams to appear in person today. He advised me that he's unable to be here in person. He did a job in Cadillac, Michigan, and does not have transportation.
So he wants us to provide it.
Well, I did inform him that if he's not here, in accordance with the court's order, the court may enter a bench warrant. I did send him the Zoom information, as well. I don't see him popping up. So that is, I guess, his explanation for failing to appear. He is working a job up in Cadillac, that's there, so he did say he will start making payments, but has not made any payments since his last court date.
Bench warrants will issue in both of these matters. Bond will be set in the amount of $25,000. 10% privilege on each case. Those warrants will issue immediately.
Now he looks confused.
Court calls case of the people versus Devonathan Gibson.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Harding on behalf of Mr.
Devonathan Gibson, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. This show cause.
Yes, we are here for a show cause. Mr. Gibson got out of custody, I think about 3 weeks ago. He's now getting back. He did some time. So I'd ask for an adjournment of the show cause, give him some time to get back to work and start making payments on the balance.
So he doesn't have any money?
No.
Wow. All right. I'll do that for you, Mr. Gibson, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, all right. I'll adjourn it to March 12th, 2025, 9 a.m. All right. If you can make payments in between then try to do that, and then we'll try to set something up at that point, okay?
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Court calls case people versus Corey Harris.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perry on behalf of Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris did send me a text message this morning that he was unable to come in person or get on the Zoom. I did provide him with the.
Couldn't show up
No.
because when we sent in the notice, that was a suggestion.
He said he forgot his phone.
I'm on my watch right now.
Oh, cool.
Oh, you're on your watch?
I did provide him with
Yeah,
the
she
call
gave me
number.
the thing to call in, so I'm on my watch. I got stuck on a contracting job. I just started some contracting work, and I rushed out this morning.
Okay, I got
was
you.
at a point where I couldn't go back.
Mr. Harris made it work, Your Honor.
He did. I got to give him credit.
He owes.
Yeah, I don't need
Of
no
course, it'd be
warrant.
funny.
I don't
It'd be
need that
funny if
warrant.
we could see him because he's talking into his wrist. But go ahead.
He owes $280 on this case, I believe. Mr. Harris, I know you just said you started a new job. You said you could pay $50 going forward. Is that correct?
What is a watch phone?
Yeah, in the past I had a payment arrangement set up. I didn't get one set up last time.
Can he just use
But
a
if I
mobile
can set
phone?
one up, it'd probably be easier for me to do it that way. Last time it was
Can
just
you-
adjourned without a payment arrangement.
Can you do $50 a month?
Yeah, I'll try to cut it down, but I hadn't been working these past couple months. But yeah, that should
Sell the
be
Apple
fine
Watch.
going forward.
All right. What
If
I'm
not
going to indicate,
more.
defendant to pay $50 per month.
Look at Sizzler
beginning
coming up with
February
solutions.
14th. Okay.
I appreciate that. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Thank
Hi,
you, sir.
Katie. How are you?
All right. Thank you.
Those case people versus LaShonda Harvey.
Come on down.
Natalie Hay on behalf of Ms. Harvey, who should be present via Zoom. Ma'am, can you please unmute and state your name for the court? Pleasure, present that on the explanation of failure to appear. It was Monday when I last ran for balance, if payment or not, but I do not have an explanation for failure to appear. For the record, I requested.
Did she pay the 100 by the 14th? She was supposed to.
No.
She did not pay it. Bench warrant will issue bond 5,000. 10%. Warrant will issue immediately.
Aw.
Court does call the case of People versus Anthony King.
Anthony King.
Go ahead, Counsel.
If you're at this also show cause hearing, my understanding the balance is a little over
That's it for me anytime.
$2,000. I do believe Mr. King does need some more time to pay that, but he can probably provide a better explanation to the court.
Go ahead, Mr. King.
Well, I set up a payment plan. I paid $50 this month. I haven't been working. I'm in transitional, trying to pay rent down.
Okay, so you paid 50 this month?
Yes, sir.
You see that?
Yeah, he did on the 6th.
On the 6th? Do you think you can pay 50 each month?
Yes, sir.
I'll work with you, but last time we had the 75 month and you didn't keep with that, but we'll try it again. You said you're in transitional housing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So I'm going to indicate defendant to pay $50 per month. Since you paid it this month, I'll have that begin February 14th.
Oh,
all right. Thank you, Your Honor.
2025. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
How's the sobriety going?
It's going great. I just got 9 months.
You did. Congratulations to you. That's fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have you ever been able to go that long before? Or
I've been clean before, but I've never worked a program this long or been this serious about it.
Got it. Okay. Well, how much does he owe? 2377. Okay. I'll tell you what. I will. You make these payments. You got 9 months at this point?
Yes, Your Honor.
Give me a date in May.
Big working.
Hey, Taco Tuesday. How are you?
Did you say May 14th?
Yes.
Here's what I'm going to do.
Change your bed sheets.
You pay the $50 per month. I'm going to set another hearing May 14th, 2025 at 9 a.m.
Okay.
All right. By that time, you keep yourself sober. You'll have a year.
Yes, sir.
You could probably show me proof of that.
Yeah.
And if you show me proof of that, all right, because I'm proud of you if you're getting this far and working the program. So I'll consider a reduction in the fines and costs.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Fair enough?
That's very fair.
I don't think you need the incentive, but it's something added. Okay?
I definitely don't, but I do appreciate it.
All right. You take care of yourself.
All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls case, People versus Michael Luckhart.
I don't know if this is germane, but he has a really intimidating look.
On behalf of Mr. Luckhart, who should be present via Zoom, sir, can you please unmute and state your name to the court?
Yes, hello, my name is Michael Luckhart.
All right. Thank you. All right. Where are we on?
I have spoken to Mr. Luckhart, who does have a $300 balance that he states he can pay this coming Friday.
You can pay the whole balance this Friday?
I can pay the whole balance Friday. I would like to apologize for not having that taken care of.
Yeah, he's told me that before.
Yes, we did discuss that yesterday. He said he did want me to apologize to the court that I forget what it was that came up, but he was unable to make that payment, unfortunately.
So something came up more important than me? Is that what he's trying to, is that what he's saying?
No, not more important than you. I'm sorry. What it was, I also had to pay the 35th District Court. When I paid them,
so you paid another court before me. You know what? this is the time you just remain silent. Okay. All right. Defendant to pay.
Was that Jermaine's
He's gonna
attempt
pay
at a
it this
smile?
Friday, the 17th.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna put it in here.
I got to go back for a
Pay,
sec.
defendant to pay back. You know what? For me. You know what? This is the time you just remain silent.
Kind of has a nice smile.
All right. Defendant to pay. He's gonna pay it this Friday.
Okay.
Don't need you back, but unless you haven't paid, and then we'll hear your excuse then. What day? February.
February 3rd at 9 a.m.
I'll adjourn this to February 3rd, 2025, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. Again, I
Don't come in here saying I paid another court before you. You know, because I'm sensitive. Yeah, I hurt my feelings.
I'm so sorry.
All right. Okay, you take care, young man. Court calls the case, People versus Tiara Mancha.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Pearney on behalf of Ms. Mancha. I did not read Ms. Mancha. I don't know if she's on this bill, but I have no explanation for her failure to appear.
What do we have her?
9:90.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond is set in the amount of $10,000. Give a 10% privilege on that. That warrant will issue immediately.
I hope he doesn't have a 9-year-old daughter.
Court does call the case of the People versus Raja McCraney.
After Raja McCraney, who may be present via Zoom.
I think they're here. I just need.
Jermaine's got to
State your
figure
name.
out the meaning of life
Raja
before we
McCraney.
get to him.
Thank you.
Your Honor, McCraney and I were unable to connect via the phone prior to today's hearing. I can just believe there's still a balance of $336. She may be able to give a better explanation to how that is.
All right.
So he's spinning
Rennie,
a
how are we going to get that paid?
twister thing.
I'm actually on my way out the door to my interview now. I'm working on it. I've just been having my babysitting issue, but I got it under control.
Okay. So you need more time to try to figure it out?
Yes, please and thank you.
Oh my God, sir.
All right. I'll give you a shot. I'll adjourn this out to March 12th, 2025, 9 a.m.
Okay, thank
You
you.
need to make payments in between and then appear then. If you're not paid off, then we'll need to figure out how we're going to get this done. Okay?
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Court calls the case of the People versus Daryl Mitts.
Good morning, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Pearney on behalf of Mr. Mitz. I have not had contact with Mr. Mitz, Your Honor. I don't have an explanation for his failure to appear today.
He's on Zoom. Come on, Perny.
Good.
Yeah, I'm here. This is Daryl Mitz.
Don't give me a warrant, sir.
There's Mr. Mitz. All right.
Mr. Mitz owes about $1,200. I think I did see in the file that he made a payment in November, end of November, $200. I would ask him to tell the court what he can pay moving forward.
That was in November.
I have
Yeah,
a
so,
November 25th.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Mitz.
Yep. So I do have a payment plan of $100 a month. I got a little bit behind last month just due to Christmas, but I was planning on making a payment this Friday of $100.
Feel a little weird
and
with
then
Jermaine
I'll be
behind
able to
me.
catch up with the extra $200 on the 31st.
Hang out with my homie Daryl instead.
So you can pay $100 on the 17th.
Yep.
This Friday. And then $200 on the 30th?
On the 31st.
31st. Okay, so you get, because every 2 weeks, right?
Yep. And that'll catch me up.
And then after you pay that,
just
then we'll
hang out with
continue
the
the
judge
100
up here.
per month. Is that what you're
Correct.
trying to do?
Yep.
Probably going to go for about
Okay.
5-10 minutes more.
Defendant to pay $100 on January 17th, $200 on the 31st of January, and then continuous monthly payments beginning February.
Oh, I feel a lot safer.
See how that works. Okay? Don't make us have to show cause you back in, all right?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, Mr. President.
Yeah, thank you.
Court calls the case of the People versus Dewan Olive.
Olive, who should be present via Zoom. Please unmute your
Oh,
video
God.
record.
I'm under oath.
Dewan Olive.
All right. Thank you.
Begin to Jermaine anytime
Your
soon?
Honor, today's date time set for cause. Mr. Olive still owes $900. He stated yesterday he can make a $50 payment for Friday.
Oh, my God. Jermaine. Chill out, dude. Holy shit. Buddy.
All right. So you can pay $50 on the 17th, Mr. Olive. I need a camera on, please, sir.
Can we have Jermaine's camera stop moving, sir?
I had the camera on. You guys knocked me out. I don't know how to put it back on there. I was on there earlier and pushed start video. Then you guys muted my mic and kicked me out the video. So I didn't want to leave the court because I didn't want you to think I wasn't here. So, but yeah, I could pay $50 on Friday for sure.
Did we lock his camera?
No, he did have his camera on.
He did. We didn't lock him out. Something must have happened on his end. All right. Pay 50 on the 17th.
Hey,
And then
Alexei.
how are you going to pay the rest of this off?
Dewan.
I got to figure. I'm out doing DoorDash right now. So between your court and all this child support, I don't know, Mr. Simpson, but I'm going to do my best. That's for sure.
Here's what I'm going to do. You pay 50 on the 17th, and I'm going to say $50 per month.
Yeah, I can do that, sir.
All right. And then I'm going to give you an adjourn date of, what's his April date?
Poor guy, never told him.
Of April 9th,
TikTok ends on the 19th.
2025, 9 a.m. to make sure that you're giving those
Okay.
payments and doing everything. All right. And if you can pay more, you need to pay more.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Court calls the case of the People versus Jermaine Phillips.
Yeah! My boy!
On behalf of Mr. Phillips, who is
In a
present
friendly
via
way.
Zoom. Sir, would you unmute your video record?
Mr. Phillips, can you state your name?
Jermaine Phillips.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you for Bill President. Mr. Phillips in this case does have still balance of $288, to my understanding. I was able to discuss this with him. He is still dealing with significant health issues and currently unable to work. He is currently staying in a hotel room, to my understanding. He's just asking for an adjourned show cause date to try to get his health issues in order before he can go back out and seek employment.
I think I
attached to a
remember.
fan?
Yes. All right. I'll adjourn this out till April 9th.
All that for that?
2025, 9 a.m. All right, Mr. Phillips?
Yes, sir.
All right. Try to
God,
get
eventful,
yourself taken
Jermaine.
care of, and then we'll figure out where we're going to go with this. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Take care.
Take care.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
Please don't bully that dolly
Court
kid.
calls case People versus. Is it Gerald or Gerard?
Oh, God.
Gerard Warlicks.
Good morning, Mr. Public Defender Lauren Penny on behalf of Mr. Warlicks. When I spoke with Mr. Warlicks.
I don't think it is Jermaine, Your Honor.
Oh.
Benjamin.
Have
Yeah.
we?
To be candid with the court, Your Honor, I did not call back for like a death certificate or anything. I don't really want to bother the family.
Unless they're faking
In
it.
November, we indicated he may be deceased, but we should be able to determine that, shouldn't we?
Wait, the court has to call the family to find out if the guy is dead?
I can't find an obituary. I did look.
Just put out a warrant
It
and
is.
you'll find out.
That, okay.
Hey, Sasha, how are you? Can't you just check the obituaries?
We do have that on it, that he is deceased according to his driving record. We're going to close this case out.
Hey, Amanda.
Any fines and costs. All right. Thank you.
What if you find out he's still alive?
Yeah.
Well, Tess has done a fine job
Yes.
keeping everything in order. You know that? Because usually these two are out of control. They're behaving themselves, obviously, because of your presence. Is what I'm thinking. So if that's Miss Pate's intern, are you getting one?
Yes, I do have one.
You have one?
She has class on Wednesday.
All right. Yeah, this one's almost done for the day. I'm going to end here and redirect y'all over to my lovely co-host, Excited Utterance. She is going to be doing a stream with a wonderful Ohio lawyer, potentially criminal, on the Delphi trial and what one of the jurors said recently in an interview. Matt. So I'm going to redirect you over there, but I'll post the link in chat unless someone has it. It should be very entertaining. I also believe R&M Ange is going to be showing up later as well. Oh, thank you, Half Irish. You are the best. So, yeah, guys, thanks so much for being here. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, I am going to be doing the live of Judge Fleischer. No reaction, just the live Zoom feed, because he is no longer on YouTube on his official channel. So I stream that over to YouTube from Zoom. No issues so far, so I'm continuing doing that daily. And I plan to come back tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. Eastern and do some more of Judge Simpson, because this has been quite fun. So thanks, everybody, so much for being here, and I will see y'all over at Hella's, hopefully. Toodles. Ha. I just hit the Leaf Studio, but not the confirm button. So I'm going to the end stream button. Ha. By factual lie.